What's happening, guys? Hope everybody's doing super well. I am excited as can be about today's training session. I'm going to let you guys put your number in. I'm going to call you, and I'm going to answer your questions today. This is going to be really intense, really hype. You guys know how I get when I'm doing Q&A. Q&A is my thing. I really love it. It really is. It's how I bring the most value to you guys. So I'm just mixing it up. Every once in a while, I'll do a live, a live phone call session. I'll do live Q&A, or I may train on a topic that you guys want to hear about. On top of the videos I'm doing, 4 videos a week, trying to bring you guys as much value as I can. I got the Instagram going. I'm posting twice a day on Instagram. So I'm answering every single DM on Instagram. So I'm literally putting all the weight of you guys and the entire industry on my shoulders right now, and I'm still maintaining my real estate business. So you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Make sure everything's going good there. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Okay, we're in the game, y'all. I'm going to give it maybe 60 seconds here for everybody to come onto the live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm just here to bring you guys as much value as I can. I'm taking time out of my day to just give everything away for free. I don't want a dime from you guys. I just want to provide value, and you guys get out there and crush it. So looks like I'm getting like 100 thumbs up. So it sounds like you guys can hear me good. Okay. All right, here we go. You guys put your phone numbers in. I'm just going to go ahead and start calling people. I'm going to call the first person that puts their phone number in. There's already a couple phone numbers in, so I'm going to go ahead and make this happen. This is Cal up in Canada. Let's see what kind of question he has today.
Ricky.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Good. How about you, brother?
Excellent, man. Excellent. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. Thanks for taking the time out of yours to do this for us. That's appreciated as always. I think I speak for everyone. And, yeah, exciting stuff.
Absolutely, man. It's crazy, man. It's just, it's growing like crazy. A lot of people are getting a lot of value, and every message I get from somebody that says they just got another listing from using my script, or another email, or they got over their fear of making calls, or whatever, it just keeps me going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man. We all got the fire that drives us, and we kind of light each other's fires, right?
Yeah.
You're fueling ours, and we're fueling yours. Right?
Exactly, man. We're motivating each other. It's not a one-way street.
Yeah, exactly.
What question can I answer for you today, brother?
Okay, man, I got a pretty interesting question. This is for the real estate agents in Canada.
Okay.
I know the do not call list is a little bit different in the States than it is in Canada. Now I'm just wondering, like, is there fines and stuff in the U.S. like there is in Canada? There must be, right?
Of it, you know what I mean? Like, they say that you can get fined, but I have yet to find a case where somebody has actually been fined. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, in any industry, like I can find people who said that a lawyer threatened them and they made them settle out for $500 or something like that. I can find stuff like that, but I can't find where somebody was actually fined. You know what I mean? And especially a real estate agent, So I mean, you know, is something out there that says that you can be fined? Yes, you know, all day long. But, you know, I mean, even the people that are on the do not call list that I hear about that agents call and they say, oh, you know, they said they're on the do not call list. They're threatening to turn me in and all this stuff. And I mean, I even read through all the stuff with the FTC. And, you know, the way I understand it, you have to have multiple times that you try to contact somebody after they tell you not to call them anymore. There's a lot of fine print there, you know. I mean, it's really hard, I think, to get busted. I think that might be why you don't see a lot of people busted, you know what I mean, or having to pay. Or I mean, I haven't found anybody, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I hear you, man. No, that makes perfect sense. I mean, I've had way too many good conversations with people on the do not call to not believe in it. My question, I guess, is what does your managing broker think? Because my managing broker is like, make sure you're not calling those guys, like, big fine. So I imagine your Remax managing broker he must know that you're doing it. Does he not have any negative feedback as far as talking to you about calling these people?
No, he hadn't said anything about it. I mean, he literally has not mentioned a word to me about it, you know?
Oh, that's fantastic. That makes
yeah.
me so happy.
Now, like up in Canada, you know, it's a lot bigger deal, supposedly. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of anybody being fined up there?
No, I have not. I've just looked online at it, and I think there was one agent that got fined some money, and that was the only trace of it, and there wasn't a whole lot of cases reported. I think I saw maybe one.
Okay.
And there's just so much value there, right? Like, I really see the value there, just like you do. So I was just kind of curious as to how it all ran on your end, but it seems to be quite similar, you know, at the end of the day.
I think it is, man. I think it is. I don't know, man. I just, for some reason, I'm just not scared of it, you know? And I mean, I'm just not now. Now, can something change tomorrow and they start really coming down on people and finding people $10,000 left and right? Sure. And what will I do then? I'll probably retract everything I've been saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't tell the future. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know the way it is right now, and I can tell you what the history is. You know, and based on the history and based on the current environment of, you know, what happens in that situation, just not scared of it, you know?
I love it, man. That's a great attitude. It's a good answer, and that's just kind of what I was looking for, man. So I appreciate it. That's wicked.
No doubt, bro. Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Keep crushing it, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks again, Ricky. We'll talk to you soon.
Later, buddy. All right. Yeah, you guys let me know in the comments what you think about do not call list and all that stuff. I'm fixing to call somebody else, get them on the horn here. I want to make as many of these calls as I can. I would love to get to everybody who wants to talk to me. So I'm just going to knock these calls out.
Ricky, what's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
Good. Sorry, I was just on a call with potential future prospects, so I had to let it ring a couple times there. How are you?
Oh, no, it's all good, man. I'm doing great, man. Yeah, it's about 55 down here, a little cloudy, but I'm on the beach, so no complaints.
Yeah, you're a step ahead of me there. Raining up here the last couple of days. It was sunny, but today we got a little bit of rain coming in.
You see how the weather is like something that everybody can relate to, man?
100%.
Like, we just had a conversation for like 30 seconds about the weather. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And people people are like they're just skipping over that part of my phone script, and they don't realize the power of talking about the weather. It's incredible.
100%. Well, that's like, you know, we connected back like early December.
Yeah.
And I've been running the script on the phone, and the weather thing is huge. Like, people are like kind of not caught off guard, but a little bit more willing to talk once you you have a little bit of common ground with them. And then yesterday I put it into action, door knocking expired.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I ended up with a pocket listing out of it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like the reason that it's kind of weird is because of how people are saying it. If you would actually talk about the weather like you're a friend or family member, you know what I mean? It opens up so much, like the conversation completely opens up. So what can I do for you, brother? Like, what is your question? What can I answer for you?
I guess, like, so what, other than your email that you send out once you get these people into your database, how else are you following up? Or is that like the only way you're going about it? Or are you doing mailers? Are you doing X, Y, and Z? Like, what's the supplementary things you're doing as well?
Like the weekly email is like the foundation, right?
Sure.
Like that's the structure. That's the foundation of the building. Like you have to have that in place. You have that in place, and everything else falls into place. The weekly email allows you to scale your business. You know, I mean, you spend 30 minutes to an hour on it once a week, and it doesn't matter if you have 100 or 10,000 people. It's still going to take you 30 minutes to an hour. So you can scale your business as big as you want. And it proves to people how hardworking you are, how consistent you are, how professional you are, and how original you are. Because I don't like the drip. I don't like the drips of that what everybody else is sending. I like to create my own original content every week, which makes me unique, you know. So all those things put together really is what takes your business to another level with that weekly email thing. But that's the foundation. And then on top of that, I like to put everybody in a custom Facebook audience, you know. And I'll run ads to the same on Facebook and Instagram to the same people that are getting my weekly email. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah, and so now they're seeing me in my weekly email, Facebook, and Instagram. If they're not opening the email, they might see me on Facebook. If they're just on Instagram, they see me there. If they see me in all three places, then great. They see me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it. I mean, like, that's it. Like I have so many clients, so like I want to call them all and ask them how they're doing and check on them. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. There's too many of them. So I call back the ones I can, and then I just let the weekly email and the social media, you know, branding just kind of work its magic, and then they call me, you know. And so it's a way, like, it's different because you're not calling them back like what you're taught to do and follow up and stay with them and do all this and that. But you're sacrificing just a little bit of quality for a huge quantity. And so you have to think about your you have to think about your risk and reward, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, the other thing too, I think, is like if you're calling people like 4 or 5 times in a month or in like 2 months span, they kind of get sick of you.
Dude, I would never call somebody back. I would never call somebody back, like, especially if they said they weren't going to do anything soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that answer your question, brother?
Absolutely. And just one other thing, like, do you do any outdoor advertising, and what's your thoughts on like bus shelter ads and like bus ads and benches and spending all that outdoor advertising money?
I think that as digital becomes, you know, the most used form of advertising, and a lot of these billboards and bench ads and stuff like that come down in price, you know, I think all that stuff is great. I mean, when people drive down the road, they see you. When they're walking their dog, they see you. You know, it's definitely great, but you have to think about the price. So like me and my buddy, me and my partner, Dusty, we have a billboard in Foley, and I think we pay, what do we pay? The billboard? For like a piece, or to get all together? It's $250 a month a piece. It's $500. And like me and him's on the billboard. And I mean, it's in a great spot. We paid $50 a month for that. Now, back in the day, that was like $1,500. But because, you know, because that market has become saturated as the digital age has come into effect, the prices have come down, and now it's worth it. So just what I would do is just look at the prices. You know, like if it's like, you know, if it's like $100 a week for a highly trafficked, you know, corner, and you can get on the bench there, do it. You know, like, you know, you're not going to see like an ROI. It's kind of like social media, but you will, like, it's worth it for people to see your name over and over again. So, you know, I think it's good, and I think the more time goes on, maybe hopefully we'll see these prices come down more and more on billboards and bench ads, and you know, they'll actually, you know, become worth it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think you hit the nail on the head there. That's awesome. So, thanks a lot, man. That was fun chatting with you, and I'm sure we'll do it again soon.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you.
All right.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. Yeah, let me know what you think about outdoor advertising. Let's see. I got one right here. I'm just calling people. Put your number in, guys, and I'm going to try to call you. I'm going to call as many people as I can. I would love to get to everybody who wants to talk to me. Okay, we got Karen coming up. She's in New York, it looks like.
Hello.
Karen?
Hi, Ricky.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for calling.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. Thanks for, you know, following and, you know, all that stuff. What, do you have a question?
Yeah, I touched upon it a little bit with the DMs that you were helping me with.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and the market is shifting, I guess, all over here. We're feeling it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm adjusting to the market in terms of being more realistic with the price and everything.
Yeah.
I guess like my question is more like I have such a deep commitment and a sense of responsibility to my sellers that sometimes I feel like I should be like other brokers and I just take a step back, treat it like a business, but that's not who I am. Like I go all in, and I feel like they gave me the listing. They're relying on me.
Yeah.
So I'm letting them down when I don't give them the offers.
Okay.
But at the same time, I genuinely believe that if they would give it to someone else, they wouldn't do as good a job as I do.
Yeah.
But it's literally killing me. I have like 30 exclusive, let's say now, and people are calling me to sell their homes. Like, could you meet me to sell my homes? And I do not want to go meet them because I don't want to take more listings on. It's killing me. So please help me.
We talked about this specifically, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I remember. I remember the DM.
Yeah, on Instagram, and you told me, like, I don't have that. I don't need to take that sense of responsibility. Like, just chill out a little.
Yeah. Look, listen to me. So you're in New York and you have lots of listings and they're not selling as quickly because the market shifted, and you feel a sense of responsibility towards the owners to sell those properties, and it's stressing you out, and it's stressing you out so far that you don't want to take any more listings. Is that it in a nutshell?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the thing is that it's not your responsibility like that. It's not your responsibility to sell those properties. Okay. You are putting your responsibility in the wrong place. Okay. Your responsibility is to help the sellers with where the sellers are, and the owners and the people and the humans. They're actually human beings. Your job is, your responsibility is to help them do what they want to do, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so you as their real estate agent, okay, and this is why technology can't replace real estate agents, because it's the voice-to-voice consultation through the market shifts, through the market ups and downs, as the market changes. What do I do? How do I do it? Help me do this, help me do that. And it's the real estate agent as a professional in the market every day, knowing how to accomplish what that client wants to accomplish and helping them accomplish that. Okay?
Okay.
You with me so far?
Yes.
From there, okay, your responsibility now is to go to that seller, go to all of your sellers and say, hey, listen, here's the thing. The market has shifted. That's why we haven't got any offers. We need to make a change. You know, what do you want to do, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, client? What is your goal here? Like, do we need to sell? You know, the market is flattening out. The market is softening. Okay, we're behind the curve on this, and we need to catch up to the curve if that, in fact, is what you want to do. Like, if you want to sell now, okay, because everything is price related. Okay, exactly. Right. And so, like, it's your job to just let them know that the market's changed and that things are different now than they were when you listed it. And, right. and then say, look, the ball's in your court, Mr. Seller. You know, I can reduce the price and get it sold. This is what I think we should reduce it to. We'll give it a try at that. Or if you want to leave it where it is and keep riding it out, that's fine with me too.
See, is it? Like, let's say that's their choice.
Yeah.
Is it a reflection? Let's say they'll say, no problem, I'll give you another 6 months, but it's a reflection of me. My sign is up for like 8 months.
Who cares?
Who cares, really?
Yeah, dude, look. As far as signs being up, let's never sell a listing ever. Let's keep our signs up all around town for years and years and years and years, where people see our name over and over and over again. See, you're looking at it and you're thinking about all the negatives that come out of this.
Yeah, even though I'm such a positive person by nature,
yeah,
it's so hard for me to look at. Like when I see another broker has a sign up, I'm like, they can't sell it already? It's 8 months. Like, just delist the listing if you can't sell it. So you're under the impression, like, leave this, your thought is, leave the sign up, use it for, like, branding, and just be on the same page.
If that's what the seller wants. See, don't think about the listing being out there for a while. Think about it as you're representing that seller the way that they want to be represented. If they want to leave it out there, let's leave it out there. You know what I'm saying? If they want to cancel it and fire you and go hire another agent, we want them to do that. We want them to do what they want to do at all times, right? And because we're communicating with them like we're a friend or family member, the Effie effect, because we're giving them that FE,
right?
Chances are really high that they're going to stay with us forever. But you're not going to win them all, you know. And some people are going to say they're just not getting the job done. They're going to move on. But you can't put the responsibility on you. You can't predict the future. You can't make the market, you know, sell that property. You know what I mean?
I hear. Well, I could tell myself, but if I would have done X, Y, and Z 2 months ago, maybe I could have sold it.
You can't do that. You have to look at what you have now, and you have to say, what do I have to do now? And it's not about selling it. You're still not getting this part of it. No, it's not about selling the property.
It's about doing what they want, what the sellers want to do.
Yes, your responsibility, your job is to inform them of where the market is right now so that they can make a decision on what to do. It's their property, not yours.
I never thought of it like that, and I'm learning. This week was a much calmer week for me. Since you sent me that message, thank you. It's a whole shift. It's a mind shift. Thank you.
No, it's all mental. Like, it's completely mental. So now what you have to do is you need to go to all your listings, call them, and say, this is what the market is. What do you want to do? This is what I would do if I were you, if I would want to sell. But if you want to keep going, or you want to leave it out there, you want to reduce it, you want to raise the price, you want to fire me, whatever you want to do, let's do it. And that way we can keep, you know, moving on here, you know, together, separately, whatever. You know, I'm just trying to help you do what you want to do. You know, and go to all your sellers, say that exact thing, do what they want to do, and then go get more sellers and help them do what they want to do.
So in this mindset, let's say for you, for example, with your listings, would you say having this mindset of relationships over the actual, you know, deals, how much percent do you actually lose?
Very little.
Nice. Okay, nice. Great. So I will try that and report back to you. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Let me know how it goes.
I will. I definitely will. Thank you.
Thanks
you.
Bye.
Again for
You're welcome. Bye. That was a good call, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me a thumbs up too. Let's see how many thumbs up we're up to right now. 44. Let's get that up to about 100, 150, so this video can go viral as it can go. so that we can help as many real estate agents as humanly possible. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Anything I can do to help you, let me know. That agent right there reached out to me on Instagram DM. I answer every single Instagram DM. I spend about an hour or two a day on Instagram DM answering you guys' questions. And here's the thing about it too. I'm not going to be able to do that forever because I'm growing so much. So at some point, I'm not going to be able to answer all of them. Take advantage of it while it's here because I give straight answers. Straight answers. Let's see. I'm going to try to call as many of you as has put your phone number in as humanly possible during the time that we have together today. Everybody in Miami, I'll see you Monday.
Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Ricky. No, not a thumbs up in the comments. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. All you guys are doing thumbs up in the comments. Hit the like button.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available.
No answer. Okay, let's see. George has a statement. I want to hear your statement. Looks like he's in California.
What's up, Ricky?
How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing good.
No, I just had a quick statement about. Yeah, I'm out in California, in the Los Angeles area.
Yeah.
So I'm doing good. You've actually answered a few of my questions through DM before, which is great, man. I appreciate it.
Hey. Turn your computer down.
Yeah, give me a second.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So it's just a quick statement about the DNC numbers. I know a lot of people freak out about that, but I actually just made a choice about 4 months ago. I'm just said, F it, I'm calling everybody. Started calling DNC numbers, and a lot of the hotter leads that I've been getting,
yeah,
they're from DNC numbers. They're from the people on the do not call list. And it's crazy. I just set an appointment with the listing, a $900,000 listing from a do not call list.
Yeah. Dude, look, the do not call lists, I think, are mostly cell phone numbers and stuff. Like I think the do not call, the ones that Red X flags as do not call, I think are the highest quality numbers. You know, like and who knows, man, like I'm not even like, maybe they just flag a lot of them that are do not call because they don't know, so they just say do not call just to be on the safe side, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of scenarios, you know, so I mean, I don't even look at that. I'm just like, what can I do to help you today? You know, I mean, I'm not even asking if you want to buy or sell, you know, or who do you know? I'm not trying to do anything for my best interest. Okay. And because I'm doing that, I sell houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So man, we really appreciate both my wife and I. We're both realtors. We both work following your scripts, calling. I mean, we're also in coaching as well, and you know, we just really appreciate everything you do, man.
Absolutely, bro. Holler at me anytime.
For sure.
Later, bud. All right, I'm gonna get right on another call here. If you want to ask a question, just put your number in. I'm gonna do my best to get to everybody.
Hi, this is Kyle Langan. Thanks for calling. Please leave me a voicemail.
All right, here we go.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Ricky. Maxwell, I see your question about voicemails. The advantages is branding. Hello? Hello, hello.
You know what? Let me take you off YouTube. I think I'm getting an echo.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, my man. Hey, congrats. You got like 200-some people live, man. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, man, that's good. It's good, man. Just, grinding, grinding.
I love it. I see you everywhere now, man. Just like you were talking with the other phone call there. I see you everywhere on Instagram, on Facebook, on my emails, and to have that presence as you always preach and as you do.
You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. You know what I mean?
My man, for sure, for sure. So I did have a quick question. So I'm in the Chicago market.
Okay.
And I've been an agent for about 2 years, but use this year now to transition more into the building the investment portfolio for myself. Buying rehab REOs, foreclosures and probate. So that's kind of where I transition. I don't know what your how that could. And obviously you've been in the field a lot longer than I have in that aspect. So how could you use that leverage to be able to obviously get more clients as well? Being more on the investing side, but not forgetting about the clients because I'm still going to keep my real estate license.
So you're saying like your leverage as an investor?
Yeah, would you as more of like agent based or
you cut out on me there. You cut out on me. What'd you say?
Okay. Would you use your social media more of staying as an agent, like more customer focused, or using it to show like the progression that you have like on your properties, the before and afters and everything of that nature?
So like you invest and you buy and sell and flip, and you're wondering if you should.
Yeah. So,
and you're wondering if you should like use social media against your personal flips or towards like the customer base.
Or continue obviously like being able to do how I've done, which is, showing homes, putting
why not both?
Well, you can. I'm just trying. Would you put like I guess from just asking would you make it let's say Monday you do this and then Tuesday you do this, or you just have like, because right now I have 2 projects that I'm gonna start on. That I'm gonna close on some houses here at the end of the month. So I'm trying to see if I should just continue my social media and my presence as an investor, so people can see me more as a real estate investor more than a real estate agent. That's kind of, I don't know if that's a fine line that you want to do one or the other, or do both, like you said.
I think that you should lean more towards the real estate business, right?
Correct.
Because I'm an investor, but I don't. But here's how you leverage the investing. Okay, you ready for this?
Go, man. I'm ready, bro.
You use it in your conversations.
Okay.
Like when you're making calls and you connect with people and stuff, and like they're thinking about doing this or that, you can use your experiences as an investor to say, hey, well, I just bought this house down the road and this is what I did. So, you know, this is what I think. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I think I think keep your social media geared towards not that you're an investor, but a real estate agent, right?
Okay.
Maybe use your flips as part of your advertising. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can throw it in there, but I wouldn't really say anything about me being an investor. See, there's certain things, man, that you need to hide under your sleeve, right?
Gotcha.
And say, like, when you hide it under your sleeve and then you use it to connect deeper with people, when you see, like, if you give everything up front, then you don't have really anything to throw in there later to make them feel special, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, like when you're like if they don't know you're an investor because you didn't advertise it, and then you're talking to them and you have a really good connection going, and now all of a sudden you give them some inside information about you being an investor and you did this and that, and you think because of that they could do this. Now they feel an even deeper connection because now they feel like they know something that nobody else knows about you.
Interesting. I didn't see it that way. 100%. I like that.
It was the same thing I told Jordan Jankowski, that won a World Series with the Astros. I don't know if you listened to that podcast the other day, but he was wondering how to leverage his brand as the World Series, champion into what he's now doing as a retired baseball player, selling real estate. And he's like posting on social media. He's the World Series real estate agent, and all this and that. And I said, dude, you need to stop doing all that right now because people see that and they think, oh, he's just trying to leverage that brand as a baseball player to sell real estate. I'm kind of turned off. Or, what does baseball have to do with real estate? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what I told him is use that in the conversation later, like advertise real estate agent. Don't say anything about baseball. But then when you have these one-on-one talks and you start connecting with people, as you're talking about your life and their life and you're really connecting, it's like, yeah, you know what, I'm a retired, pitcher for the Astros. We won a World Series and stuff. And then they're like, oh my gosh, now they're like mind blown. It's the same thing with what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
That's how I do it. Like I talk about my investments to my clients, behind the scenes, to help them through certain things. You know what I mean? But I don't try to leverage that as an investor brand to try to draw clients in. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I like that. I like that idea. That's why we ask these questions. That way you have an outsider's perspective looking in, and we can pivot into where we need to be.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. So I want you to try this, man, for the next, 2-3 months and get back to me. Let me know how it's going.
Absolutely, man. And we're watching every day, everything that you do. So always keep pushing, man. And I hope nothing but your continued success.
Thank you so much, man. Means a lot.
Absolutely. All righty.
Later, buddy. All right, let's see. I'm just going to keep calling, guys. It's getting hype up in here. It's getting hype. Got some good.
Ricky.
Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
I saw the earlobes, bro.
Yeah, send them out there. Hey, I'll make it quick. Wanted to say thanks, but my question was, as far as social media goes, Facebook, Instagram is what I mainly use. What do you think about adding your leads to your Facebook, to your Instagram, like friending them, looking them up, finding them, no matter where they came from, open house or came from internet lead or whatever it was, but then go ahead and trying to find them on there and adding them?
I think it's good, man. Like, Instagram's pretty straight up. It's just a follow for follow deal. And then with Facebook, what are you doing? Trying to get them to like your business page?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Did you get their...
Just to see what I got going and all that.
Yeah. Did you get their email?
Yeah, usually I am. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good. Maybe you have an assistant?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Now, if I have to,
transaction coordinator, I don't have an assistant.
right now, I would say that would be a task for somebody other than you to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's the best use of your time.
Yep.
You know, as a single agent, you know, I mean, if you have time to do that, you're wasting, you're losing money because you're not calling.
Totally makes sense.
Because like calling is way better than that. But you know, like maybe block out 30 minutes at the end of the day or something. And maybe, you know, maybe try to find a few. If people are easy to find, you know, then you know, kind of test it out and see if you can do it quickly and find a bunch of people fast.
Don't spend too much time on it.
Don't spend a lot of time on it. Definitely toy around with it, right?
Yeah.
Definitely get in there and, you know, mess around with it, but don't get bogged down. Don't get distracted. You know, like make sure you do that after your calls. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Make sure that's an afterthought.
As far as R4 goes, what do you think should be the goal of going to R4? With learning, networking, trying to find referrals, business, like all the above?
Where are you at?
In Breckenridge.
Oh, really, dude? I was just there.
I'm the one that met
you're the one that met me.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude!
It's all coming together now.
Okay, now I know who I'm talking to.
There you go.
I think that I think R4. I think the biggest thing for R4 is that you get the sense of the brand that you work for. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you really get that feeling that like you really get this deep, genuinely, you know, like feeling that you're with a company that is just way, like their bar is way just in outer space. You know what I mean? You get a feeling for that. Okay. And then, you know, past like understanding and like all that, then there's the networking, I think is the second best thing. I think you should talk to as many people as you can out there, meet as many people as you can, connect with as many people as you can, because you have a destination type market. You know, right. so definitely, you know, get all their business cards, put all their emails into your database to get, you know, your weekly emails from Breckenridge. And then the third thing is the education, you know, and you're going to get a lot out of that. So I've been with RE/MAX for like, let's see, since 2010. So 9 years now. I've only been to one R4. This will be the second one I'm going to this year. And like the first one, I went 2 years ago for the first time, and I was mind blown. I was like, man, this is awesome. You know, so you definitely need to go. You know, do you need to go every single year? Maybe not, you know, but you definitely need to go once and experience it and kind of find out what it's all about, you know?
Yep. Go drink the Kool-Aid, get on board, do some networking.
Absolutely, man. And then if you find yourself in a situation where you got some good referrals out of it, start going every year. You know, and just keep networking.
Totally makes sense. Hey, I appreciate it a lot. I'll let you keep going here.
Later, bud.
Thanks.
Let's see. I'm just calling people. All right. I'm trying to call everybody I can, so if I'm not getting to you, I'm really sorry. I'm trying my
Ricky!
Hey!
Hi, I'm a newbie.
Yeah. How long you had your license?
Oh, I've had my license for about almost 5 years.
Oh, you mean you're a newbie?
You're
a newbie to me.
I am.
Is this day one?
No, it's not day one. It's week one.
Okay.
The whole plan. So I already had a Facebook page in place and all that stuff. And I just got probably a pretty quick and simple question, but I'm sure I'll be enlightened by a million other things with you just right here on the phone. I want to tell you, I know everybody tells you how great you are, but I so am beyond stoked to have found you, and everything that you talk about and your whole approach is finally something that has been me all along, but now I'm getting validated for, and getting ideas and just support in how to be. And, I've always said, you got to meet me and you got to talk to me in order, to love me. and to work with me because that's just kind of who I am. So I've
Right.
never been a caller, so I'm going to broach that. I'm going to take your baby steps, just as you said. I did the Vista print. I mailed the postcards. I got my automated. I already had MailChimp, so I just went ahead and eliminated that learning curve on the other end and just did that. My first mass one went out Wednesday.
Okay.
And felt really good about that. I'd like to fine tune it, but again, my whole thing is just execute it and perfect it later, maybe. You know, it's
Yeah.
just, I just want to get it going. My question is on the Vistaprint mailing that I did it to my farm, my community, my neighborhood where I live, because that's what I'm trying to target. I have a lot of missed opportunities there. I have a in escrow listing there right now. So I went ahead and inputted those people, but should I also be on that mailing list some of my sphere people that are going to go out in that postcard once a month?
Like you can put your sphere on there, but they're not going to get the same postcards, right?
Well, they would because I uploaded that mailing list for my neighborhood into Vistaprint.
Okay.
And I can add to it, you know. But
Right.
in the past, I've sent kind of quirky, just myself, kind of fun, inspirational postcards to my sphere. And I started thinking to avoid the time, because what happens with me is I get really bogged with time and sitting and creating things, and then I'm losing a lot. So I
Yeah.
just want to keep it simple, keep it automated. And so if I add them to that, though, then they're going to be getting that community's stuff, right? So that's not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, your sphere needs to get, you know, something different than, you know, your farm needs to get something specific to their subdivision every month. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And then I mean, every third postcard or letter or whatever can be a general market thing. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
you know, 60, 70% of the mailings need to be specific to their subdivision or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
right.
you're trying to brand yourself as an expert in that subdivision, you know. So that needs to be that. And then the people that in your sphere, I mean, let's be honest with the sphere thing, right? I mean, like the weekly email, you know, I mean, that's where it's at with the sphere.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's great.
I mean,
because I only have about 80 people in that email now because I haven't, you know, really been capturing people, and now I'm going to. But I mean, that's all that my numbers are, and I would say that probably 70% of those, just 80 people, are my sphere. That's going to.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just taking it week to week. I'm going to do your week 2. I'm excited to get into the RedX stuff. I have no clue about this whole dialer thing and all this stuff. I've been taking notes. I drive a lot, so I listen and watch you. Well, I listen to you while I'm driving, and yeah, I'm just excited. That was my simple question. I know people have big dialer questions and stuff. I don't have any yet, but you'll be hearing from me.
If you have questions or you have problems with RedX, just call them. They have such good support. They'll walk you through it. They'll help you. It's amazing. And once you get it, it's so easy. So don't sweat it. All right. Reach out to me anytime.
You got it.
All right.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, just calling you guys, seeing what I can do to help you. I hope a lot of you are getting stuff out of the other questions people are asking. Ryan Cotton, I'm going to try to call you. Hey.
Hey, what's up, man?
Pretty good. How about you, man?
I'm doing good. 4 years. 4 months I've been licensed.
Okay. What's your question? Just to save time, you know, because I want to call as many people as I can, so I don't want to do like a long talked out thing. But just give me a question. I'm going to start doing this. Is going to be for the next 15, 20 minutes, guys. We're going to do rapid fire questions. You're going to ask. I'm going to answer short, quick, fast, so I can get to as many of you as I can.
Lightning round.
Yeah, lightning round. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Real quick, what would be the best way if you can't get, say you don't get a phone number? I'm using like conversion, and I'm wondering, sometimes they don't have any phone numbers on there. They just have email. Should I email them back, or what's the best way to contact me like that?
Dude, I completely do not know what you're asking.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a couple of programs where I get people's names but no phone numbers, just email.
Okay, just put them on your. Are you following my program?
Yes.
Put them in your weekly email database and forget about them. Let them call you.
Okay, good. All right, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, that's simple.
That's it.
That's it, man. A lightning round.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the lightning round, guys. This is the lightning round. Joe, I'm coming in. I'm coming in, Joe. Lightning round.
Hello.
Joe.
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. We have entered the lightning round.
All right.
All right. You got a quick question?
Yes. In onboarding new agents to a team,
Okay.
how do we keep our team together and intact?
Okay. Really tough question. I think the biggest thing when you're making a team is expectations that you set for the team as they come in. You know, like if you set their expectations where they need to be and they understand what's happening, what happens is people get into a team scenario, and then inside the team scenario is nothing that they thought it was going to be, right? And so then they're unhappy, or they're thinking, "Oh, the grass is greener," and they leave. So the key is to make it really clear up front exactly what's to be expected of them, and then exactly what they're to expect of you. And so there's no misunderstandings once they do come on the team and it's 2 weeks in and now it's nothing what they thought it was going to be, you know? I think setting those expectations, whether those expectations are good or bad, right, for them, or whether they like them or not, it's better for them to not like them up front and not even join the team than to not understand the expectations, join the team, and then be unhappy and leave the team, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that's how you do it, man. You set the expectations from the beginning for exactly the way it's going to be. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then they knew that going in. And so now when they're in there, it's exactly what you said it was going to be. And so there you have it, you know.
And a follow-up question to that is, when do you start the expectations?
The moment that you know, like maybe with doing a team, you're gonna interview, you know, a bunch of agents, then you're gonna have people come back for a second interview, and then maybe the third, you know, you're narrowing it down, and then maybe that third interview means that chances are you're gonna try to hire them, you know. And I think maybe the second to third interview, you know, is when you should start. You know, I mean, the first interview is you guys getting to know each other, you know, getting some background, seeing if the personalities match up. You know, the second interview is maybe expectation time. You know, definitely the third one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Ricky, thank you a lot for your guidance, your advice. This is our first year using you.
Yeah.
And we are so pleasantly surprised and satisfied with everything we hear from you. It's such a great philosophy.
And you are up in
Long Beach, New York.
Long Beach, New York.
Get you here this summer or this year.
Listen to this, guys. Joe's up in Long Beach, New York, where a lot of people say, "Oh, Ricky's coaching doesn't work up there. He's in Alabama," or "People are so mean in New York," and all this stuff. And this guy's up there using my exact stuff, and he's up there killing it. So that's right. All the stuff that most people say about all that is excuses. You know, they're not looking at the big picture of it. It's not that the people are mean. It's the fact that you haven't figured out how to effectively communicate. You know, like relationships are completely universal. You know?
That's correct.
Cool, man.
Can't wait for you guys to come up here.
We can't wait either, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
All right.
Take care.
See you, bud.
Thank you again.
Yeah, bye. This is the lightning round. You know what I'm talking about, Brianna?
Yeah, of course.
The lightning round. Say it.
I was about to say it too.
Hello?
Ryan.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just thinking that's an expired call.
Are you? Can you turn your computer down?
Yeah. Yeah, put it down. Hey.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Great. Really good. Just answering you guys' questions, man. This is the lightning round, buddy. What you got?
Yeah, I didn't want to take too much of your time. I was just wondering kind of why you got into the condo market and then how you would suggest breaking into it.
I got in the condo market because that's where the money was, you know, like all the bigger real estate agents around here, you know, were into the condos, and the condo, there's so many of them. And also they're really easy to price, you know, like in the condo, like they're mostly the same floor plan, or maybe there's a 2 and a 3 bedroom floor plan and there's like 80 of them. And so it's, you know, then it just comes down to the condition, the paint, the furniture, the view and stuff like that. But the floor plans are all pretty similar. So they're really easier to, they're not, you know, like simple as pie to price, but they're easier than single family homes that have all the variations and differences. You know, a lot of subdivisions are pretty similar, but you know, it's just
kind of from an efficiency standpoint.
It's efficient. Yeah. Like I'm really good at spotting the efficiencies in the fact that I'm in real estate, the fact that I'm coaching for free, the fact that I'm doing condos, that I'm answering y'all's questions, you know, while I'm, you know, working on a couple deals. Like it's all about efficiency. And so, I mean, the condos are the most efficient, like price per dollar, you know, like dollar per hour. I mean, you know, that's what you have to think about. You know, how can we be most efficient, and also like to help the most people? You know what I'm saying? Like how can we use our time the best to spread ourselves out amongst the most people? And the fact that condos are so easy to price because there's a lot of the same floor plans affords me the opportunity to reach out to more people because I'm not spending as much time figuring out what stuff's worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So how do you recommend breaking into or getting into a condo unit specifically?
I would follow my program exactly. I would get the Red X, the Geo leads. I would pick a condo out, put the address in, get all the phone numbers, my phone script. Like the thing about the 0 to Diamond phone script is that you're not asking them to buy or sell. You know, you're basically just asking them how they're doing and if there's anything in the world you could do for them. And then like the conversation just opens up. And now it's organic. Now it's organic, and they know that you care about them. You don't sound like every other agent just trying to sell something. And so, like, that's how you do it, man. You get in there and you create those relationships. You're going to run into people that want to do stuff now. You ask them if they have an agent that's going to help them with that. And most people don't want to do anything right now, but they will later. You know, and you're putting in the work. You might as well be, collecting this data and sending weekly emails out for the day that these people do want to do something, and your business will just snowball, you know? So I would say past that is just consistency. You just got to keep doing it. You know, even when you think it's not working, you know, just look at Ricky's sales and say, yeah, it does work, and just keep doing it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited because, I mean, I think it's a very similar market in Jack's Beach compared to Orange Beach, kind of like a rental vacation market.
Where are you?
Jacksonville Beach, Florida.
Oh, dude. Wow, man. Yeah, I've never been out there. I've always wanted to go. So.
Yeah, I'm in the Remax office right on the beach, so it's pretty sweet.
How many agents you guys got?
I think we got 30, but we've got 4 on our team.
Okay. Cool. Well, man, if there's any way that I can help you guys, maybe like doing a Zoom call for the team or or the office. Like if you guys have an office meeting, you want me to do a Zoom call and answer
every morning, that'd be awesome.
Y'all have an office meeting every morning?
A conference call with the team, yeah.
Okay, that's wild.
Yeah, it's good though. It gets people.
So it's like a call that you call into?
Yeah, Zoom call.
Okay, it's a Zoom call where you see each other?
Yeah.
I would love to get in on one of those.
No, that'd be awesome if we could set you up on that.
Done. Just set it up and let me know.
Yeah, I'll DM you about it.
All right.
Cool. Oh, yeah, I'll get my sales manager and let's get something worked out.
Thanks, buddy. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, Ricky.
That's how you close deals, guys. All right. All right. This is the lightning round. We're still going. Not going to stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Fernando Ferrari. I did a video. Hey, what's up? It's Ricky Carruth. Hey, Rick.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Rick McCormick.
Yeah, this is Ricky Carruth.
Hey, yeah, Ricky. All right. How are you, sir?
I heard the video in the background. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I had to drop the street. Hey, couple things. Trying to got a good had a lot of success in a different career. Been licensed in real estate here in the market. I'm in Oklahoma City area for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Just kind of get rolling. Got a real strong buyer's platform. A lot of stuff going. I mean, like I said, doing well. Got to get more balance. Got to get more listings, more control of time, that kind of thing. I know. I'm curious. The whole calling thing. I mean, like I said, the dialer, all that. Obviously, you're passionate about that. You're adamant about that. Did you evolve into that through time? Is that something you've always done? I guess that's part of my question. Answer that. Have you always done it? Is that something you just latched onto in the last couple of years?
You mean the calling?
The dialer, the calling.
Well, see, there wasn't a dialer when I got in real estate. It was in 2002 when I got in, and there was no dialer. There was nothing. I had to look up 100. It took me like 5 hours to look up reverse addresses on whitepages.com to find 100 numbers, which I only found about 50, 60. Half of those were bad. So like 20 of them were good, and I maybe talked to 5 people. That took me like 15 hours to do, right? Because it took me like 8 hours to look them all up, and another 8 hours to call 100 numbers with my finger. And so now, like it took me 15 hours to do it back then. Now, just a click of a mouse with Red X, I find all the numbers, and then another click, I start dialing them. I find the numbers and dial 100 numbers in an hour and a half now. And so what used to take me 15 hours now takes me an hour and a half. So when I first started, yeah, that's all I did was phone calls. Like my mentor, Scott Myrick, that's what he taught me. He taught me phone calls and letters and postcards and emails. But the phone calls were actually how you created business. And so I went down the journey of, I asked them if they wanted to sell, if they knew anybody, that kind of thing. I did that for a long time. Then the market blew up, and, I made a bunch of money, and then I lost everything in the crash. And that's when I realized, it took me a while, but I finally realized it was relationships over transactions. And so then I turned, and then I basically just started evolving into what it is now. And then when the dialer came out, holy man, I was like a kid in a candy store when I realized like you can make so many calls in so little time. And I mean, man, listen, all day long, man, 8 hours is what it took me to dial 100 numbers, and talk to them and deal with, the whole thing. I would love to see anybody watching or, dial 100 numbers with your finger, and, go through a phone call session and dial 100 numbers with your finger and tell me how long it takes. 8 hours. I know, because I've done it a bunch of times. Now like people call like 200 or 300 numbers in a day, like no problem. It's just a crazy world that we're living in. There's so much opportunity, and really so few agents are taking advantage of what's really in front of them. They don't even know what it is, so they're not taking advantage of what it is now.
Right. What about voice drops? I mean, obviously everything is leaving a voicemail, but what you just hit anything okay, one day you want to call. I mean, do you just do the same thing? And if you done voice drops, just leave the voicemail, or do you get any kind of response back on that?
I think the voice drops. Like just the voicemail where it doesn't ring their phone, it just drops a voicemail. Is that what you mean? I think those are good, not for the cold calls, but for the past clients, like Merry Christmas. Like Merry Christmas and stuff like that, or just checking in with you, see how you're doing, something like that for the past clients, people that know who you are, kind of thing.
Right. You don't like a voice drop on the cold call.
I mean,
you're trying to get expired. You don't like a voice drop.
Yeah. I mean, try it. See what you think. You know what I mean? I'm not against it. I just think that it's kind of it's I think that's people trying to work around the phone call. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, could it be more efficient? Maybe, but I think most people don't answer voicemails. You know, so it turns into a thing where you're leaving a bunch of voicemails, nobody's calling back. Whereas if you'd have called them, maybe 5 of them would have answered. And you might have, 2 appointments set up,
Right. We occasionally have a listing that somebody during the Christmas holidays wants to take it off the market or whatever. So you hear all this feedback. Oh my God, we showed up as we took it off the market. We immediately got 6 phone calls from different agents. I had to stop answering the phone. I was going to threaten to call somebody's broker. There's sometimes there's negative feedback on the call. That's kind of where I was headed with that. I wanted to, or voice drops better, or they're less intrusive if you voice drop, if you email, if you send out cards, so on.
Don't listen to any of that stuff, man. Don't listen to anything about people saying that you're bugging them or it's too intrusive or any of that stuff, man. I'm actually worried about you, that you're worried too much about that and bothering people and stuff. Somehow completely eliminate that from your head.
Gotcha.
That's just, I mean, like if somebody is getting bothered or something, then, like 1 email a week, if that bothers somebody and they unsubscribe, then chances are probably don't want to work with, like chances are probably that, that isn't a good, situation to be in anyway. If calling them and
yeah, I don't know the emails bother you, maybe just the.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
On what I like, what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't like anybody coming knocking on my door just randomly, so I would never door.
Well, no, you wouldn't. But like, if I came and knocked on your door and you didn't know me, and I said, hey, how you doing? And you're like, what do you want? And I'm like, look, man, I'm not trying to take up too much of your time. I'm just stopping by to let you know a house around the corner sold. I'm just stopping by to see if there's something I could do for you. You know what I mean? And like, maybe that breaks through to you. Maybe you realize I am there just to help you. Maybe not. But chances are I'm going to start a really good conversation with you, even though you, in general, don't like people knocking on your door. But here we are, and chances are I could strike up a really good conversation with you at your doorstep. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, I have your email, you're getting my weekly emails, and in 2 years, we're doing business. So it's not about like how people are when you call them. It's about how you react to how people are when you call them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's about your skills. It's your communication skills to effectively communicate who you are as a person, that you're there to help them with them. If you fail to do that because you don't have the skills to communicate who you are to them, then that's something you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? It's not the way of the world. It's not that everybody's mean and doesn't want people to knock on their door. It's because when they are mean, you don't know what to do because you haven't done this enough, right? Because you're worried about what people think about it. See what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah. Cool.
You need to work on your skill of communicating with people who don't like you calling or talking to them at their doorstep. You know what I'm saying? Because you can break through to those people, if you are confident in your intent that you're there to help people, right? And they feel that. Like if they come at me and say, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "I'm just trying to help you." You know what I'm saying? Like nothing crazy. I'm just stopping by to see if there's anything I can do to help you. I'm a real estate agent in the area. I sell a bunch of properties. Just stopping by to see if I can help you. When you give it back to them because you feel so strongly about why you're there in the first place, you win in the long run. Maybe you lose a person, but then gain 4 people.
Gotcha. Right. Okay. I mean, yeah. So. Whole thing you're saying is just do it, believe in yourself, and be prepared to meet objections, and everything's cool, huh?
Yeah. As soon as somebody acts like they're not happy to see you, or now that you're taking your time on the phone, you tell them right then and there the reason why you're doing this. Like when people call or you call them and they say, hey, I don't want to sell my house, but look, I don't want you to sell your house. You know, like, that's not why I'm calling you. Hold on a second. You know, like, a house around the corner did sell, but the reason I'm calling is just to see what I could do to help you. You know?
That's right. Well, interestingly, like I said, we do some things with Zillow, you know, and they connect you with a person. They say they want to speak to an agent. And I'm like to think I'm fairly decent on the phone, voice-wise, all that. I've had some radio shows and all that good stuff most in years past. But the Zillow people, I mean, people go off on Zillow, and I know it's this and it's that. We had a lot of success with it, a pretty high conversion rate. But the difference is those people want to hear from somebody. They want to speak to somebody. And many of the people that you get cold calling obviously do not. So, I mean, I think we're okay. We just, like I said, we got to get into more expires. We got to get more listings, as you say. We got to
listen to me on this. You know, like, whenever I hear people that are dealing with Zillow, and then now they're talking about expireds, this is what happens. They aren't into the cold calling thing, so they're going to experiment with expireds. What happens is they start calling expireds, and they get a negativity because 15 other agents are calling those expireds, right?
Right, exactly.
And so then they have this negative spin of the cold call and the expireds and all that, and then they say, "Oh, this doesn't work. Too many agents are doing it. I got to get out of here. I'm going to get back to the Zillow thing." Listen to me, man. There's a skill to work through those expires that are mad because a bunch of agents are calling. You can watch my expired calls that are, you know, there's like 3 or 4 videos. But dude, the circle prospecting, that's my bread and butter. That's how I built my entire business, creating relationships with random property owners that aren't expireds. They aren't for sale by owners. They're not getting called by 15 agents. You know, most of them are very open to talking to you. They want to know about the market. No agents have called them in a long time. You know, they're very open to begin these relationships and talk to people. So it's a different scenario than the expireds, which I like both. I like calling expireds and circle prospecting, to be honest with you. But I'm like 80% circle, 20% expireds. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So just be careful with that. Don't let the expireds, you know, and also I don't want to hear, you know, in 3 weeks that you made, you know, 150 calls and quit because it wasn't working. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that you know, we're at it early to late. Like I said, time, effort, energy is not. Just kind of trying to find the right niche.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like I said, I got 6 buyers under contract right now, which, you know, is a single agent. I mean, we're okay in that area, but it's not to hit where we want to hit and to get it balanced out. We got to have it's got to be at least a 50-50. We're way too out of balance with buyers to sellers to listings.
Yeah. You know, like, concentrate on property owners. And like, I don't do Zillow leads or buyer leads at all. I get all my buyers from property owners. They buy. So what if you had a business that only focused on property owners and you got about 50-50 buyers and sellers out of that?
Yeah, and that'd be great, number one. Well, and like I said, and the other thing, I think, is you get into higher end zip codes, you got a better chance. You know, I'm in here where my average price home is 167, 168 in this market. So it takes a lot of transactions to hit those dollar figures that we all want to hit. But if you're not careful, if you work too much in the average, if you don't come into the higher end zip codes, you've got a much better chance of doing what you're talking about, talking to property owners that are, and many times your buyers become, you know, your sellers become buyers and vice versa in the higher end zip codes.
Yeah.
But,
well, cool, man.
Okay, well, Matt, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate all you're doing.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
Reach out anytime, man.
All right.
Later, buddy. All right, I'm fixing to make another call. I'm going to keep this lightning round going. 10 more minutes on that. Also, if there's new agents watching this, I have a complete 90-day action plan at zero2diamond.com. All my coaching is completely free. This is actually a coaching session right now for the coaching members, but it's open to the public. It's completely free. I don't want a dime from you. There's a free course action plan. We do these live training sessions twice a month. I'm also traveling around the country speaking. I'm going to be in Miami next week, Detroit the week after, Baton Rouge. I'm going to do a meetup in Birmingham. I'm going to meet up in Las Vegas towards the end of February. So if you're in one of those areas, just hit me up. I answer all my DMs on Instagram and all that good stuff. So looks like I got maybe 3 more people I'm going to try to call for the lightning round. 10 more minutes of calls, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope all my content, everything is helping you guys to the fullest. Got the podcast, YouTube.
Hi, this is Mona.
Mona, Ricky Carruth.
Hi, Ricky. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Cool.
My question for you is this. I am a longtime agent, and I have a notebook full of client reviews that are great reviews.
Yeah.
That I put on my website. I recently changed brokerages. The new website has limited room for these reviews. And what my new broker is telling me is that I don't have like Zillow reviews or Google reviews or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so they're telling me that I would do a lot better if I had a bunch of online reviews as opposed to these written ones that I've added to my website.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you need to call all those people that gave you those reviews and maybe send them a picture of it or something so they remember what they said word for word, and ask them to go to your Zillow profile and post the review there.
Okay. Well, where I'm struggling with this is doing that, is just going back to them now.
Who cares?
And asking them to do that.
Who cares? Did they love you?
Well, they said they did.
Okay. So let's prove it. Write this review on Zillow for me.
Okay.
You got to be confident in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you have to be confident. Like, have you stayed in touch with these people?
Yes.
There you go. I mean, how do you stay in touch with people?
Through a combination of Facebook and email and phone calls.
Okay, perfect. So it's like you haven't lost touch. It's not like you haven't talked to them in forever, or like dropped the ball on staying in touch with them. So why wouldn't they want to write that review on Zillow for you to help you out?
I don't know, because it would be a pain in the neck to do that. But okay, I like the idea of.
Well, like, you're not going to get all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not all of them are going to do it, but if you can get 2 or 3 to do it, that's better than nothing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Also, look, you know, call them up and say, look, I want to know what day next week we can do lunch, right?
Okay.
Go to lunch, buy their lunch, and at the end of the conversation, say, hey, you remember that Zillow? Say, hey, by the way, you remember that Zillow review, or remember that review you wrote for me when we did the deal? I was wondering, would you mind going on Zillow and putting that online for me? That would really help me out.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? And so then you're going to lunch with them. You're seeing them face to face. You're going to talk about a lot of stuff non-real estate related. You're going to go deeper with their relationship. And then in the end, you're going to say, hey, by the way, I don't know if you remember that review, but it would really help me out if you put that on Zillow for me. Let me pull this up on my phone real quick, and you can just put it in there right here at the table. Or look, I'll type it up for you. Hold on, let me do this. I'll type it up for you. You know, let's log into your. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it easy for them, but also use it as an excuse to go do some lunch and to deepen those relationships. You know what I'm saying? That way, it's not like, hey, just do something for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
if you're not going to do the lunch thing, call them up and say, hey, how are you doing? I'm just calling to check on you, right? And then have this long conversation. Let it organically happen. Oh, my kids did this. You know, my grandpa's doing this. Whatever, right? You know, and like, oh yeah, me too. I'm doing all this. Like, and talk about your lives. And then at the end, say, hey, listen, by the way, you remember that Zillow thing? I mean, I keep saying Zillow. Remember that review you did for me? You wrote. It would really help me out if you put that on Zillow. I'm going to email you a link that you can do that on.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't just like go for the kill, you know. Find out, go deep with the relationship, and then ask for it if you feel it.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to ask for all of them either.
Okay.
Does that help?
All right. It does help. Thank you.
I want to know how this goes. So please hit me up on Instagram or email me or something. I want to know how this goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Will do.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see.
Hello.
Nicole.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Okay. I know we're moving quick here, so
Trying to. What you got?
I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
I just recently got my license. I basically haven't done a thing yet. And I'm in the process of signing with a brokerage.
Okay.
I've interviewed with almost everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody basically says the same spiel, the same stuff, and they promise you the world.
Yeah.
So how do you know who to go with?
You don't. You just go with whoever you feel in your gut you need to go with. And if you don't like it after 2 months, you leave and go somewhere else.
Okay, then.
You can leave a company anytime you want to, right?
Yeah, but doesn't it look bad if you're moving around too much?
I've moved. This is my 7th company I've been with. Like, here's the thing. In the beginning, you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
Okay, so don't worry about not knowing it if you can leave if you want to, which you can. So it doesn't matter if you don't know what you don't know. Go there, find out if the grass is as green as they say.
Right. The thing that some of these companies are offering residuals for you to recruit other agents.
Okay.
So if you, let's say you went with a company and you recruited a couple of agents.
Who cares?
Well, then you lose any money.
Who cares? Who cares? You're not going to have the money if you didn't go with them in the first place. Don't build your business on recruiting agents. Build your business on building a database full of people that want to buy and sell in your market.
Okay. My next question. I own a restaurant and I have a large database with emails.
Yeah.
Can I use those emails? Is that appropriate to put it into my real estate as well?
How many are there?
About 3,000.
What system are you using to send the emails?
I use Constant Contact.
Okay. You want to be real careful with uploading a bunch of emails to Constant Contact, especially how long have you been using Constant Contact?
On and off, maybe 8 years.
Okay. You know, put like 500 in there and see what happens, right?
They're already in there.
Oh, they're already in there. They're already in Constant Contacts?
Yeah.
You're golden.
They're under my restaurant. I want to like change the name, like switch it over to my real estate company now.
Perfect. Just change it up. Do you still own the restaurant?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what are you going to do with that?
I mean, I want to sell it.
Okay.
The goal is to sell the restaurant.
So you don't need the restaurant clients anymore for the restaurant business, right?
No.
Switch them over. Just switch that whole account over to now that Constant Contact is now your email database. I mean, your real estate email database.
Okay.
And then start sending them a weekly email. Are you following my plan?
Yes, I am.
Okay, a weekly email.
Your plan. You have no idea how much you've helped me.
Oh,
you have no idea.
That means a lot.
Sure. Oh, it means a lot to me too. I can't thank you enough.
Wow.
My last question to you is listing appointments.
Okay.
I know all about the calling and the red X, and I've followed all of that.
Yeah.
But when you get an appointment, now, mind you, I haven't done anything yet. But what's going to set me apart when I walk in the door? Everyone says I have to come in with comps for the area and convince them that, you know, this is the price point that they need to be.
Yeah.
Is that your strategy as well?
Yeah, like like that's the secondary strategy, right? The primary strategy is to learn about the property and get to know the client, right?
Can you repeat that? My computer just got in the lens.
Yeah, turn your computer down.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
So like that's like comps and pricing the property. That's the secondary objective, right?
Okay.
The primary objective is to learn about the property and get to know the owner. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, but hear me out. Like, you want them to show you the property. I have a video on this where I talk about.
I couldn't find it. I was
okay.
looking for it.
If you just type in YouTube, just Ricky Carruth listing presentation, it's there, right? And there's a big my face on it and stuff. But like what you do is you let them show you the whole property and talk about how great it is and how, you know, it's better than every other property in the subdivision and stuff, and you agree, you know, and everything. And then, you know, you never push them at all. Okay. Okay. So you never push them at all. And then when they get through showing you the house, you say, look, you know, this house is amazing. Why, I mean, I would never sell this. I would live here forever. Why in the world would you guys ever sell this? Okay. Okay. That question of the why, when you get to know them and you connect with them, you see the property. Okay. And then you find out why they want to sell. Now we're going really deep with this relationship, and that you're separating yourself from all the other agents, you know? And when you ask why and they tell you, you're really listening, you're really caring why they're selling it, right? And then they're like, oh my gosh, this person really cares, because a lot of agents are going to ask why, but then they're not really going to be listening. You can tell that they're just waiting for that opportunity to try to pressure them to sign the listing agreement, right? Your objective is not necessarily to get that listing agreement signed. You know, like, I don't care when I'm on a listing appointment if they sign the listing or not. They've already decided if they want to sell that property or not. They basically just want to see if they get along with me and if I tell them a roundabout price that they can live with. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the commission. They're going to start with the commission.
The commission is not an issue. Like you're making issues out of stuff that's not issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, every agent's going to charge a commission. True or false?
True.
Okay, so that's going to be a normal part of any listing presentation with any real estate agent. They're going to ask about the commission, and you're going to tell them what the commission is. It's not a big deal. What scares you there? What's the hang up?
Well, most people. I live in New Jersey, and most people out here they want to go for the lowest commission possible.
Okay.
And they're going to try to negotiate commission.
Great. The lowest commission possible.
And they want to, you know, for you to walk in the door with this whole presentation of stuff.
No, they don't.
So,
no, they don't. No, they don't. That's in your head. That is a misconception. And that's just, you're losing the point. Like, if you want to deal with all that and get a presentation, and, you know, like, when I go look at properties, and you know, like, I know I'm up against some agents that have some really high-end presentations and stuff, I'll tell the seller right then and there, look, do you want Mr. Presentation guy that's going to go back to the office and put together all these pre-listing packages and listing presentations for their next appointment? Or do you want Mr. Phone Call guy that's going to go back to the office and try to make something happen for you? They're going to go back to the office and spend all their time on do you want an agent who spends all their time working on presentations? Or do you want an agent who sells property?
I hear you.
Okay.
I'm going to use that.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. It's like, it's about connecting with them, not the presentation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Yeah, like, it's the connection. And here's the thing on the commission. Do it for nothing. Do the deal. Do the deal for nothing. Do it for 0 commission if you need to. The relationship.
How does your broker approve that?
Tell them that you'll help them sell it for sell by owner for nothing, for 0 commission. I mean, listen, it's relationships over transactions. I don't know like how deep you are into my content and stuff, but look, if you do that deal for free, they're going to love you forever, refer everybody in the world to you. They're going to buy stuff through you. They're going to use you next time they do something. And if they can't sell it by owner, they're going to let you list it because you like went over the top. You spend hours and hours. You call buyers to try to help them sell it to somebody, even though you don't have it listed. Like when you show them how much you actually care about them and not just them signing a piece of paper or giving you a commission, now we got something. Now you're understanding what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Like if they want to, if they want to cut you down on your commission to half of what you would have had, you know, at a full commission, do it. The thing is you don't have any deals right now. You need a deal. Like you need to get your foot in the door. You need to get your foot in the door. You need some experience. You need some client interaction. You need to go through the process of doing a deal. Like people are looking so much at the results of like how much money they make in a year or how many transactions they did or how many listings they have. And they're just like, that's the whole year. And they're not even looking at what they learned through the process. Like if somebody sold $5 million worth of stuff last year, great. But here's the thing. You didn't just make $150,000. You made $150,000 plus this laundry list of knowledge that you can take with you into the next year to sell $10 million in property. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree with you totally.
Okay.
It's not, for me, it's not about just that deal. It's about building my business.
Okay. So don't worry about the commission then.
Okay.
Don't be so scared of them to cut you down on your commission. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, look, here's the thing, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you know, like, here's the normal commission. You know, I'll do this just to make it work for you because I want to do a really good job for you.
Right. No, I'm not afraid of them cutting my commission because right now I own a restaurant, so this isn't my bread and butter. I'm okay with growing my business. I'm more afraid of walking in the door on a listing and not understanding what's asked of me because I'm not seasoned enough. Where the guy next to me who's walking in, he could spat out all the answers to
Listen to me. You have such an advantage over the more experienced agents. Whenever you know, like you need to have confidence in this. Like when you know, tell that seller, say, look, I'm new and you want me to do this for you. You know why? Because I'm going to spend every waking hour on your deal. And if you want to hire a guy that has 100 listings, where do you think your deal is going to be on his priority list? You're going to be my number one. I'm going to spend 8 hours a day on you, Mr. Owner. And if that doesn't work for you, Mr. Owner, then maybe we should just go ahead and just go our separate ways right now. And, you know, good luck with your deal. And it was nice to meet you. But if you want somebody to go to work for you, I'm your guy. I'm your girl.
That's really good. And I'm going to use that. Thank you.
That's what this is about. I'm trying to give you ammo.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Ricky. I appreciate it.
All right, cool. I'm going to call the next person. Go back and listen to this.
I am.
All right. Bye. I'm just going to keep making calls, guys. I really don't care at this point. Trying to do lightning round, but you guys keep asking really good questions. It's getting too interesting.
Matt speaking.
Hey, what's up? It's Ricky Carruth.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing, man?
What's up, man?
Not much. Hope I see you Monday on Miami.
Oh, you're in Miami?
Yeah, well, I'm in Fort Myers right now, but
You have your ticket to the event?
yes, sir.
Yes. Cool, dude. Yeah, man. I'm so stoked, man, to come out there and see all you.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be listen, I know this is late in right now, but
Hey, let me ask you something, bro. Let me ask you something real quick. Are you on speakerphone or anything weird?
no, I'm not. I'm just driving right now.
Okay, that's cool. What's your question?
Oh man, branded broker. What would be the best bet? A brand recognition in a brokerage or a mom and pop brokerage?
For a new agent?
Yep.
Doesn't matter, bro. Are you a new agent?
Okay.
Are you asking for a friend?
I've been in the business for a year.
Okay.
Roughly full time 6 months ago. So.
Okay. Here's the thing about it, man. Like in the beginning stages, you're just trying to learn everything. You know what I mean? It like you actually need to move around from company to company in the beginning so you can learn how this company operates and how this company operates and learn the differences of everything, right? And then like once you understand, have a better understanding, and you're like in the business for like 4 or 5 years, then you kind of know, you kind of have your target set on what company in the area you really want to align yourself with. And then you just at some point align yourself with that company and you just stay there forever.
Okay, I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I did, like I moved around and like I finally got to Remax 9 years ago and I've been here ever since. This is the 7th company I've been with.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Another question, the follow-up. Do you think that using the email and Facebook would be the best bet?
The email and what?
Or Facebook.
Both.
For the people that
Do both. Yeah,
okay.
do both. Do a email, email, and then take those emails and make a custom audience in Facebook and do Facebook and Instagram ads off that audience.
Okay, cool, man. I'm so glad I'll find you like I don't know what 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good, just learning. Got my Redex going on, so
yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
It works, man. It works. It's simple,
Yeah, it does. It does. Thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, I'll see you in Miami here in a couple days.
All right.
Later, brother.
Thank you.
I definitely see one more phone number here I'm going to snag.
Please state your name after the tone. And
It's one of these. Ricky.
Hi, Ricky. This is Mandar.
Who's this?
This is Mandar Gilkey
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
from Plano, Texas.
Oh, nice, man. Nice. Hey,
Yeah.
you're not like on a, are you on like a speakerphone or anything weird?
Yeah, off speaker.
There you go. I can hear you better now. Cool, man. Plano, Texas in the house. I love it, man. What's your question?
Yeah, so I am a part-time agent, and I'm planning to go full-time this year.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you, how many contacts should one make in order to close X number of deals? Do you believe in that formula, or how did you go about building your business in the beginning?
Yeah, like in the beginning, man, I did all the traditional stuff. Like I asked people if they wanted to buy or sell, and I was trying to figure out the special formula to how many people I needed to call to get a contract and all this kind of stuff. And what I finally realized, man, is that it's all just a bunch of, it's a bunch of make-believe, just mirage stuff. Like the simple fact is, man, that like the business is unlimited and you can't do it all, right? Like I could stay up 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day for the rest of my life and never even scratch the surface never even scratched the surface for what's available to each and every agent, right? And so, like, if I spend my time trying to figure out the special formula to how many calls I need to make to get to an appointment or to get to a listing or whatever the case may be, I feel like I'm wasting valuable time that I could be spending trying to figure out how to, you know, trying to talk to more people to see who else I can help. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's a double-edged sword, man. It's like, I want to answer your question and tell you, yeah, it takes, you know, 250 calls to get to a deal or whatever the case may be. But see, you go by that and then you make 450 calls and you don't get a deal. You know what I mean? And then it's like, what you're looking at is averages. And what is the average? Well, an average is like, you could get a deal within 4 calls, and then you could get a deal in the next 1,000 calls, you know? But what do we average? We average 400 or 500. You know what I'm saying? So now we're thinking 500, but really it could be 1,000. It could be 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the moral of the story is, because there's so much business, you can't do it all. Spend less time trying to figure out how much work you got to put in to getting a deal, and just put as much work as you can in that's humanly possible. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just call as many people as you can, ask as many people as you can what you can do to help them, put as many people in your database as possible, send weekly emails every single week, and follow up with the people who said they might want to do stuff, take people to lunch, show property, go to listing appointments, help people do stuff.
Okay. So I need to first start with following your program to the T, right?
Yes.
Okay. And my second question is, I remember in one of the calls you mentioned that there are certain days where you don't like, where, you know, we have our days when we go into a slump, and like one of the things that you do is every morning you go to the gym and you're on the treadmill or on the stairs, and then it gets boring for you. Like, do I have to do it for 30 minutes? But then you say, for $1 million real estate agent, would you do it or not? And then you keep going.
Yeah.
So, what is it that you do to feed your mindset every single day, that, you know, you keep staying positive? Like, do you meditate? Do you read something? Do you is it your company? Like, how do I emulate that and start building that? Because it's so much of it is mindset.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Great question. Like, what keeps me moving in a positive direction and what keeps me motivated and all that. And by the way, it wasn't that I was getting bored on the treadmill. I love running and everything. What it was is it's hard. Like, your legs hurt, you know, your calves, your ankles, you know, like, you know, if you run, you know, 3 or 4 miles a day for 4 weeks, you know, straight, you know, you kind of get, you know, into a point where, okay, but you're like, hey, you know, am I that guy? Am I dedicated? Am I the kind of person that's going to lay down? Or am I the kind of person, you know, am I going to be one of the people at the end of the day, you know, at the end of my life, where I look back and I was that guy who did what they said they were going to do, you know? But what keeps me motivated is always challenging myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm into the coaching. You know, it was just real estate, and I was just trying to be the best, you know. But then when I felt like there was not much of a challenge there anymore, then I had to do something else. That's why I'm doing the coaching now. And so, you know, when I'm answering the DMs, when I'm looking at all the DMs and all the incredibly positive messages I'm getting about people that are getting listings, or people that are new agents that need help with this or need help with that, and I'm giving them advice, free advice, I'm just helping people, that keeps me super motivated. And it's because I challenged myself to do this. You know what I'm saying? To step up to the plate, to step up to the responsibility, to help the industry and reduce the failure rate. And like, so I think to answer your question is, like, always challenge yourself. You know, like, if you're in a position where you're not motivated, it's because you don't have a reason to be motivated, because you're not trying to do anything incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're new in real estate, the challenge should be making phone calls. That should make you excited that you have this new challenge, this new journey to embark on, you know, that's going to put your life in a much better place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just little things like that, man. Just like always have something that you're striving for that's much, much bigger than you at all times. And make sure that your intent is in the right place to help people, whether it's buying or selling property or coaching people or writing a book or whatever you're doing. It needs to be to better and to spread positivity. And if you're always challenging yourself and you always have the right intent, and you know, then you're always going to be motivated, because you know there's always another level. Does that make sense?
It does. It absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's why the reason I admire you so much is I recently received one of your emails where you mentioned you're going to spend more family time.
Yeah.
It will reduce the hours you spend on real estate, but you will make the same you'll have the same amount of closings as the previous year.
Yeah.
And that's just incredible to follow and learn from you.
Well, if you think about it, yeah, go ahead.
And my final question to you is, unlike how real estate was 5 or 10 years ago, now technology, everyone, like we all are on Facebook and on YouTube and stuff like that. And real estate has become a lot of going after shiny objects. And then I'm bombarded with all these advertisements about buy this, buy that, you know, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. How do you stay away from all these distractions that people keep pouring at you every single day?
It's in one ear and out the other, man. I know it's a bunch of, you know, I know it's a bunch of hogwash, you know, if you will, like an Alabama term. Like it's absolutely just people trying to get rich off of other people. They're not trying to build any kind of relationship. They don't know me. They don't know my certain situation, but they're sitting here trying to sell me something and telling me that all my dreams are going to come true if I just buy their thing. And so, you know, maybe you have to fall for that a couple times before you really get the fact that there's no shiny objects out there. All that stuff, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, this business is so simple, man. Like, you call people, you ask them what you can do to help them. You send weekly emails, you follow up with people. You know, you go to lunches, show properties, go to listing appointments. There's nothing like magical about it. It's really, really, really basic and simple. You know, like where you get the people to call and ask if there's anything you can do to help them is wherever you want. I mean, you can use Zillow, you can use, you know, like RedX to get the geo leads or expireds, or, you know, like whatever. You can call, just, you know, you can sit out, sit at, you know, there's people that like go to, you know, public places and, you know, just get to know people and basically do the same thing. So, I mean, but it's really about relationships. Who has the most relationships in place, you know, with people in the area that might want to buy or sell? What agent has the most relationships? That's who owns the market share. And it's really as simple as that. Everything else is just some kind of thing to try to get you to buy their stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will remember that.
And that's why I'm doing it for free, because I don't want to be one of those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm actually trying to like guard and shield the industry against all those shiny objects.
Yeah, that's really unique about it, because as agents get successful and become very financially successful, they start selling coaching, and you're the only coach and mentor that is doing this for no personal benefit, and I find that very unique, and thank you for that.
Well, now don't get it twisted. Now I'm making money off books and speeches and affiliate stuff, and I'm making money, right? But the thing is I don't have to hold back anything that I can tell you everything that I do. Everything. I can tell you what I say. I can tell you what I do. I can tell you everything about my business, how I build my business, how I do everything, right? And like, it helps you. It helps more people because it's free. And then I do benefit on the back end. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wins.
Yeah.
But trust me, dude, I know what you mean, dude. Like, look, I've lost so far. I'm still way in the hole. Okay. I've lost a lot of money so far, but it's getting to a point where it could be profitable at some point. So, you know, and it's helping a lot of people. So I'm just going to keep going, you know.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep going, following what you're doing, because I've lost a good amount of money subscribing to some real estate programs, and
yeah,
I'm in a significant debt, and I have to get out of it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll keep you posted on how it goes.
Let me know what I can do to help, man.
Yeah, thank you, Ricky.
All right, bud. Talk to you soon. Later. All right, guys. I think this is going to be it for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this a whole lot. I know I did. I love answering you guys' questions and helping you through your specific situations. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram at Ricky Carruth, go there and turn post notifications on and comment hashtag 321club under all my posts as I post, because I'm picking winners there every week to have one-on-one calls with me. That's another way where I can talk to you guys one-on-one and help you with your specific problems and everything. Other than that, I'll be in Miami Monday. I'll be in Detroit the next week. Sunday night, I'm going to do a dinner up there. So if you guys are up there, I want to do a meetup somewhere for dinner next Sunday night. That'll be the 27th. And then Baton Rouge the following Sunday. That's February 3rd. I'm going to do a meetup somewhere if you guys are close to the Baton Rouge area in Louisiana. Birmingham a couple weeks after that on a Sunday. And then, of course, Vegas for the RE/MAX convention. Can't think of any announcements right now. Doing everything I can to produce better content for you guys. So if you guys have suggestions on videos that you think would help everybody else, please send those to me. And that's about that. Do I have videos or sections or book on how I teach people to start with real estate? Yes, just go to 0todiamond.com. Create a free account. There's a 90-day action plan and a free course. There's also, I have 2 books on Amazon. Let's see. I'm going to find one more question and answer it right quick. Let's see. You guys hit me up on Instagram, DM, if you have any questions about any of the meetups or anything. I'll be sure to help you out. Let's see. I don't see any more questions that I don't see any questions that weren't answered by other comments or anything. So I'm going to call it a day. I love you guys very much. We'll plan the next training session coming soon. So be on the lookout for that. Go to 0todiamond.com, sign up for the free coaching, click subscribe to this channel, hit the bell. We'll talk to you guys soon. Much love.